Ladies and gentlemen, we are broadcasting worldwide on this Friday, the 13th transmission. Dr. Andy Wakefield, will be joining us. He is the medical doctor from England who now lives in Austin, Texas, who is suing the journalist author of the so-called medical report debunking his study. They used that hoax report to then put out another larger hoax that the only piece of evidence showing vaccines was dangerous had been overturned and fraudulently created. Just last week, the court in England returned the medical degree and good standing to his co-author, and he is set very soon to have hearings and is set to be exonerated as well. So just remember that. British court throws out conviction of autism vaccine MD. Andrew Wakefield's co-author completely exonerated. That's from the Autism Action Network. It links through to the British reports. They do not want you knowing this because they're a bunch of liars just like Brian Williams. By the way, Brian Williams is in more trouble now for saying that he was most honored to report on the fall of the Berlin Wall and to see it fall. And it turns out he didn't get there till a day after. The Berlin Wall was falling for weeks. I'm not defending Brian Williams. He's a horrible anti-gun, globalist, teleprompter-reading liar. But saying I was there when the Berlin Wall fell, I mean, he was there when the Berlin Wall fell. If you're there when it's falling down the next day, being taken down, that was ongoing for weeks, then yes, maybe a fish story, maybe you caught a 10-pound fish, you said it was a 15-pound fish, whatever. Lying and saying there are no death panels in Obamacare. Lying and saying you can keep your doctor. Lying and saying they wouldn't come after our guns. Lying and saying there's no amnesty in the new amnesty legislation. That's the type of stuff that people should be really angry about. But hey, if it discredits dinosaur media that's always trying to attack any type of independent media, great. Great. Of course, the guy is a congenital liar. He wasn't there with dead bodies floating past at his hotel in Katrina. He wasn't in the helicopter shot down. He wasn't near it. On and on and on. And yes, he wasn't there at the Brandenburg Gate right when the first pieces fell. So I guess he's a liar on that count as well. But it doesn't matter in the aggregate compared to the big lies of the private run-for-profit Federal Reserve that tells Congress it's above the law. And all these Republican and Democratic senators coming out saying, don't meddle in it, stop Rand Paul. Let me tell you, Rand Paul is a hero. He's not perfect, but compared to the globalist, he is an angel. I mean, he's barely defeated the gun-grabbing bills with Ted Cruz. Barely. Defeated a whole bunch of garbage, and now he's in there trying to get the audit the Fed bill passed. I just see such vitriol by the trolls criticizing Rand Paul online, and that's because it's paid for to get the ball rolling, and then other people join in on it. It's a snowball effect. They try to create a megaphone effect, a amplification effect, and I just bring that up as a side issue because it's just he's exposing that our government funded Al-Qaeda and ISIS right now, and that Hillary's involved. Nobody else is doing that. In fact, Rand Paul is even better than Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz's wife, I know, worked for Goldman Sachs. So does anybody else, basically, that is successful in banking. And she resigned from the Council on Foreign Relations. I don't care what organization they were in. I care about their voting records. I mean, Saul of Tarsus was the biggest persecutor of Christians. He became the greatest leader of Christians after Christ. So I don't care. I mean, as long as Darth Vader throws the emperor down the mine shaft, as an allegory, I don't care if he was Darth Vader 5 minutes before. Because now he's going back to being Anakin Skywalker. We've got to give everybody that chance. Stay with us.
It's no secret that government and big business buy in bulk and get huge discounts not available to the little guy. Until now. Introducing a breakthrough crowd buying website where people can join together, buy in bulk, and get massive discounts on millions of popular products. It's TogetherSave.com. TogetherSave.com. You can save 20, 30, or even 50% off tablets, smartphones, cars, appliances, textbooks, sports equipment, video games, and much more. All with free delivery. Check it out. TogetherSave.com. Visit now and start group buying today at TogetherSave.com.
Attention all radio listeners. Survival Life is giving away free credit card knives exclusively to our radio listeners here today. Visit mycreditcardknife.com to see this covert knife in action and claim yours for free. It's the same knife you've seen in the airline magazines for $29.95, but today it's yours free. Just pay shipping and handling. mycreditcardknife.com, mycreditcardknife.com. Go now.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool, a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness: the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it, and that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Hey, sorry I'm running late. I had to stop and get my vitamins for the month.
I got mine in the mail yesterday from DiscountNutritionShop.com, so I'm here, totally on time.
DiscountNutritionShop.com?
Yep, they're a lifesaver in more ways than one. They have all the nutritional supplements you need, the major brands you know, plus you can save up to 10%. Write down this number, 888-908-4548.
Huh?
888-908-4548, or just go to DiscountNutritionShop.com.
Managing your business and customers isn't easy, huh? SnapForce customer relationship software may be just what you need. SnapForce CRM is a software solution that helps you manage everything important about your customers, from sales to marketing to service and support. All of your customer information is right there at your fingertips for easy access. It's time to take control of your business in a snap. Get your free trial at snapforce.com. That's SNAPFORCE.com. Snapforce.com.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. We're here live, back weeknights, 7 o'clock Central, InfoWars and Nightly News. I'm Alex Jones, your host. Well, they had an investigator who said that they were threatening to kill him, and about an hour before he was set to testify to their legislature, he was shot in the head. And now the president of Argentina, Fernandez, has been charged in probe of alleged cover-up. Wow, a conspiracy that they might actually kill an investigator from the government who had proof that she was connected to communist bombings decades before and other activities like Obama and his connection to the weathermen, who come on this show and say they're not communist and that they don't want violence. I mean, a load of horse crap. And I'm sorry to talk like that, but that is what it is. A rose is still a rose by any other name, and baloney is still Bravo Sierra by any other name. Stocks have hit a new record high. That's in the Associated Press. Reach record rebounding oil lifts energy stocks. Stocks, this is just all volatility manipulating, riding it up and down. Stocks rose to record levels on Friday as the price of oil jumped again, giving it a lift to energy stocks. The slight gain for the market was enough to push the Standard & Poor's 500 index to a record Intraday high of the Dow Jones Industrial Average back above 18,000. Those headlines are from drudgereport.com. Let me go over a few of the headlines that are up at Infowars.com right now for you. ISIS captures city where Marines are training Iraqi troops after Obama submits war authorization. That's a Kurt Nimmo report. Our war correspondent, Joe Biggs, has contacts in the Army and the Marines, and he is on the phone right now with them confirming what AP and Reuters and others are reporting, that 300 Marines may be trapped right as Obama tries to get his war authorization. Notice how ISIS hits perfectly right when Obama needs them to get this blanket war authorization, which will be used on Syria, al-Qaeda's enemy. In fact, they've already said, we want to carve out an area, remove these groups, then put good Syrian rebels in to take over Syria. And that's all this is a U.S. force sent there to mop up some of the disparate ISIS groups, because there's always infighting, that aren't following orders exactly correctly of NATO and others. And then they'll mop up some of those guys for television, you know, have some images of them being flown around on C-130s to torture bases. They'll be trained on how to be better operatives and released in 5-10 years to start the next war. That's what Camp X-Ray is. I said it a decade ago. Camp X-Ray at Gitmo is an al-Qaeda training command base. We knew. I mean, it came out in the news, mainstream news, that an entire area inside the base was CIA run, where they would basically get people to join them, train them, break them, test new mind control drugs, test new mind control chips. I mean, this came out in the news, that it was super Buck Rogers high-tech stuff, right down to PCP, LSD, and flying in top hookers to... It was really because the CIA just wanted to have them around. I'm not kidding. You can pull this up. Hookers in to dress up with Satan mask on and to rape the detainees with blood. Now, I'm not trying to be gross here. It was like an NBC News, ABC News. In fact, that's so outrageous. Guys, Google search it. It'll be something like Gitmo detainees sexually abused, prostitutes. Gitmo prostitutes flown in. I think London Guardian had it too. I mean, that was like 8-9 years ago that came out. And I'm already digressing. It's just a re-education camp is where you find people and break them down who you know that will then serve you and follow orders. And that's why almost every commander in ISIS right now is a Gitmo graduate. You know, some people go to Harvard, they go to University of Texas, you go to Cambridge. No, they go to Gitmo. Sex used to break Muslim prisoners, book says. Women allegedly wore thongs. And it goes on. That's a whitewash. That's Associated Press. Female interrogators tried to break Muslim detainees at the U.S. prison camp in Gitmo Bay by sexually touching, wearing miniskirts and thong underwear, in one case smearing Saudi man's face with fake menstrual blood, according to an insider's written account. That's a whitewash. See, by the time it hits NBC News or AP, it's a total whitewash. Read the Army's report from Abu Ghraib. Read, just search Army report on prisoner abuse, Abu Ghraib. General Tagumbu filed the report. 3-star U.S. general, and I can't even say on air what they did in the report. But it involves small children, and it involves acid, and it involves large objects. And I don't care who you are out there. You cannot accept raping 5-year-old children. I mean, it's pure evil, and they're trying to bring America's name down.